Right, welcome back to my channel for part 2 of my playthrough of my most favorite video game of all time, Final Fantasy X. That last episode had a bunch of issues, huh? The audio was just off, looking back at it. But nothing I can do. Anyways, I'm just continuing straight forward. I'll probably be playing for a while. Should I do a recap? Recap. Our main character, Tidus, has been through hell and back. His home has been destroyed. It was attacked by Sin. We met a very mysterious man named Auron, who we've gotten separated from. Sin has taken us to a new world, a new place, and we met some Albed, some very strange people who spoke a different language. They spoke Albed. We encountered one of them, though, a girl named Rikku, who could actually speak English and communicate with us. We got separated from them. Then we washed ashore of Besaid Island, and we met the Aurochs and their captain, which is a blitzball team, Captain Wakka, head of the Besaid Aurochs blitzball team, and he wants us to join his blitzball team because we're so great. He wanted us to present ourselves to the temple summoner, apprentice summoner, but she did become full-fledged. Actually, she is now a full-fledged summoner. And there was the Cloister of Trials, which we weren't supposed to enter, and we went in there anyways, like a dumbass. And we went through the trials, and we weren't supposed to because we are not a guardian or apprentice summoner or summoner, so it was against their protocols, shall we say. But all that has been dismissed because Yuna has become full-fledged. There's something very interesting about Yuna, and that is that she believes that Tidus is from Zanarkand. She believes him when he says that, because before she leaves, they have a conversation in the last episode, and before she leaves, she says, "You can tell me all about Zanarkand," and then she just walks off casually. We see in Tidus's dream, he has daddy issues. Supreme daddy issues. We met Lulu, who is a baddie. We're gonna get some more of her. Anyways, is the next morning, and we are all planning on traveling to Luca because Luca has this amazing Blitzball tournament coming up, and of course Tidus has joined the Besaid Aurochs team at the behest of their captain Wakka. All right, so without further ado, continuing straight on, let's get into it. Alrighty. Yeah, so we slept in the Crusaders Lodge. An Albed Primer, Volume 2. P to B. Yeah, Volume 2, so it's probably going in alphabetical order. A, B, C, D. What an interesting cabin, though. It's like, is this pottery? What's actually happening in this place?
Hey, sleepyhead. Something I want to give you.
Whoa, you're giving
Call me
this to
sleepyhead.
me?
Yeah, use it well.
Yes. Iconic sword.
That's the sword you gave Chapu.
Well, he never used it. Where's Yuna?
We're taking the same boat as Yuna, right? Why do we gotta wait here?
Yuna came to this village 10 years ago, when the last calm started.
The calm?
Since then, she's been like a little sister to me and Lulu. But she had the talent. She became an apprentice. Now, today, she leaves as a summoner.
This is our journey. We should leave together.
Talent. How would you know that someone has the potential to be a summoner?
You really don't need all that luggage. They're not really my things. They're gifts for the temples we're to visit.
This isn't a vacation, Yuna.
I guess you're right.
So she just leaves it there.
Okay, off we go.
I mean, he's right. It's not a vacation, but still. Have some luggage. Have some stuff. But you know, it's a video game, so they all just wear the same outfit over and over. Right, so what you can actually do is go back to the village, and if you go to the shopkeeper and talk to the shopkeeper, she'll tell you something about her dog, which is crazy, right? She says, "You know, a funny thing happened. My dog dug something up yesterday. I wonder what it was." Turns out it's an overdrive. It's an ultimate move for the Aeon you just got for your summoner. Which is the strangest thing. It's like, what is it doing in the dog's mouth? So you come to this hut here, the one at the end on the right, top right. You go to the dog. It says he's got something in his mouth. Obtain something mangled and slobbery. Valfor has learned overdrive energy blast. Like, how do you connect these two things together? What's an overdrive? First off, how is an overdrive an object? But it's in the dog's mouth? Anyways, so that's a second overdrive for the Aeon you just got. That's if you come back into the village and do the things I just said. I don't think I'll ever be using that second overdrive just because, you know, I'm just showing you that you can.
Here comes one now.
Alright, here we go.
Why don't you try out that sword I gave you?
Iconic Brotherhood sword.
No problem.
Not too shabby. You kept up with him pretty well. Might make a good guardian someday.
Right, so Tidus is the agility
Flyer,
character,
my kind of customer.
and Wakka is the accuracy guy. So he handles the fiends with high evasion, like the birds. So Tidus is the agility and accuracy guy. Okay, so he has to have speed and accuracy. But Wakka is more just the accuracy guy, which is something that Casta didn't actually understand. She keeps using the wrong characters to attack certain fiends, and they're not supposed to.
That looks like trouble.
Watch this.
Yeah, Tidus is a dumbass. He just rushes in.
Told
He's
you,
the feeling
only
type.
magic can beat that thing. If you can't beat him down, you gotta use magic of an element they don't like.
Magic? Element?
Let's have our black mage show you what I mean.
Yes.
You're up.
Clueless, aren't you? Good thing I'm here.
Elements. Magic and fiends have properties called elements. There are 4 elements: fire, ice, lightning, and water. Fire and ice are opposed, as are lightning
Spells
and
of
water.
ice work well against fire fiends, and ice fiends are weak against fire magic. You follow?
I get fire and ice, but what about lightning and water?
Lightning and water are opposed, just like fire and ice. This one here is a water fiend, which means
Which means you use lightning. Or thunder in this case. Because it is a water flan. Yeah, so Lulu is the black mage. Symbolized by her outfit being all black. It's just right on the
take
coast.
your time.
Let's get going, man.
We're gonna wait.
Huh?
And
You ready?
Wakka is not short on hair gel. I mean that.
What's going on?
I don't know where he's keeping all this hair gel, man, but he's got enough.
It's an ancient custom. People leaving the island pray here for a safe trip. Chapu didn't pray that day. Said he'd miss his boat.
See, and this is one thing about the game that I just actually don't know or understand, and I wish somebody would look it up. See, you have the choice of praying or just watching. And I'm wondering if, I mean, in this game, it really doesn't matter. But I wonder if that makes upcoming battles easier somehow. I want to know if it has any effect at all. Because it doesn't seem like it, but it might. Anyways, I'm gonna pop a save. With the save! You always got such sweet music. Real chill. And then... Yes. Because we know about Wakka, we know about Lulu, but there was one other guardian that was there in that cloister room. And he does not like us, apparently. But this fight is very interesting. I wonder if it is the fact that Kimahri doesn't like us, or if he's just trying to test our skills in combat. I don't think he likes us. But yeah, he's not doing any real damage. It's like, come on, man. Because I'm doing like 127, he's doing like 50 something. He's doing like half damage. Shakes his head. He does listen to Wakka,
What's with
though.
that guy?
Kimahri Ronso, of the Ronso tribe. He's learned the fiend's way of fighting.
That's not what I meant.
He's another Yuna's guardians.
Huh?
Sometimes we don't understand him either. Kimahri doesn't talk much anyway. But he has protected me since I was a child.
Huh.
Right, so from that fight, I'm thinking, I mean, maybe it's a combination of both, but I do think he was just trying to test Tidus. And he shook his head at the end there, kind of signaling like, this guy's not ready yet. But yeah, all this is tutorial. There's really nothing to...
A flyer! That's your department, right?
True, but,
True,
why don't we let our
but...
summoner show us what she's made of?
Switching members during battle. Press L1 during battle to switch in a character not currently being used. Just switch them in and they're ready to go. Right, so we swap in for Yuna, our summoner.
Your first real battle. Let's see some style.
Show us what your training has taught you, Yuna.
Okay.
Summoning Aeons. Use the summon command to have Yuna call an Aeon to aid her in battle. Only Yuna can summon Aeons, because she's the summoner. Use it when you need help against tough opponents. When Aeons take damage, their HP decreases. Should their HP reach 0, they will leave battle and become unavailable for a time. Aeons recover HP at save spheres. Again, something that some YouTubers weren't understanding. But yeah, if you have to use your Aeons all the time in this game, you're not playing the game properly. You're cheating, as far as I'm concerned. You can't be summoning all the time. It says you're supposed to do it when there's strong enemies. And if you're doing it all the time, it's like every enemy is strong to you because you're weak. You don't know what you're doing. Yeah, this is all just straightforward. There's really This is all tutorial. You just attack and attack and attack. You can use Sonic Wings. Sonic Wings, which damages an enemy and plays its turn. To buy yourself an extra turn, get more damage in. But it doesn't always work. It depends on the agility of the fiend you're fighting. Right, so just a back and forth. Teaching you how to use Aeons. I like how Yuna just stands there, doesn't do anything, stands there, takes a stance, looks pretty. It really should have been like a back and forth, like she could do something while the Aeon is fighting, you know what I mean? Like, she could cast Protect and stuff on the Aeon. She could cast spells, do something, right? That's not how they set this up. Which, if they remade this game, they should really do that.
Another one of those. No problem. Leave this one to me, huh? Say goodnight, birdie.
Right, so now it's going to teach you about status effects and skills. Right, so Wakka has a skill, Dark Attack, which takes 5 MP. He only starts out with 10 MP, so you can only use this attack twice in battle. Right, so now it has Darkness inflicted on it. So with the Darkness status effect, it's harder for it to attack you physically. See, miss. So you press triangle. Triangle puts your character in a defensive stance. That's what Yuna's doing now. When you press triangle, it skips the turn, but it puts your character in a defensive stance. Alright, so I swapped out Wakka to bring in Tidus, because I'm trying to have everybody gain AP. And so for characters to gain AP, ability points in this game, they all have to have a turn. Right, I'm swapping Yuna out to get Wakka, who can actually attack. Yuna's attack is very weak because she is not a warrior. She's a white mage and a summoner. She attacks through her Aeons. What is my cat doing right now? Oi! Stupid cat. I don't know if it's like hunting flies or something. Oh, that's right, I have a rod. We got a rod from the cloister. We have a rod of wisdom for Yuna, which is magic plus 5, magic plus 5%, plus 3%, and sensor. So that's perfect. I'll give her the metal ring. Nobody else has anything. Official ball. Me as well. And that's it. We don't have access to the guy that just attacked us, Kimahri. Anyways, moving on. And it seems like a real nice place, you know, you got the waterfall, you got the scenery. Very peaceful. But you saw how, and it's very important, when it comes to battles, it's very important that you stick to what you've been trained to do. So now you're putting it all together. They have 3 people on the field. You have your 3 attackers. It's important that Tidus attacks these dingoes, these coyotes. That's what he's meant to do. Wakka is meant to attack the bird, and Lulu has to use magic on Plan. If you start switching up the order, the battle's going to be very tough for you, right? It's an RPG, which is a role-playing game, so everybody has a role to play. But yeah, you see how in the village the characters, they're all just distraught and disheveled by Sin. Guy was talking about how he fixes things, Sin comes and breaks it. And he has to rebuild. Right, so all the villagers are just living in complete torment of Sin. Living in absolute fear. And if you talk to the people on the beach, they'll give you stuff. But I'm gonna go ahead and grab this chest. I didn't explore this area when I first came here. Antidote times 2. And this song that plays is actually like, it's a theme song. I talk to her. You talk to these people, they give you stuff. They give you a bunch of farewell gifts. They're really leaving. Here, a farewell gift. From all the village. 400 gil. Oh, thanks, guys. I won't spend it all in one place. I won't cry, I won't, yeah? He don't give you nothing. May Yevon's blessings be with our summoner on her pilgrimage. Here, a gift from the temple to sanctify her departure. Seeker's ring. Oh, there are so many things I want to tell her, but seeing her there, smiling, I just can't say them. Hey you, the sea's crawling with fiends, so give this to Yuna, okay? An ether. I knew this time would come someday, I knew. Please watch over Lady Yuna. Here, have this. You may find use for it. Phoenix down times 3. And then, of course, you have the kids. A remedy. You have the kids. You know, a lot of them would be orphans. All things considered, a lot of the kids would be orphans, right? Symbol again.
Goodbye.
It was the Blitzball prayer. It was the Blitzball sign for victory. Right, so we depart.
Who?
Again, extroverted, feeling type. It's like, what is he doing, bro? Do you know this guy? Yoink. Takes his binoculars. I guess that would be the Besaid village he was just looking at. Then you just get this most gratuitous fan service. Lulu looks back at you. You're looking at Yuna and Kimahri. How goes it? All the spirit people just have the weirdest, most peculiar outfits.
I don't know who you are or where you came from.
Except Lulu. Lulu's just
If
like...
you interfere with Yuna's pilgrimage, we won't take it lightly.
Yeah, Lulu's just be...
I don't know who...
She just be threatening. She's just so standoffish. You know? Wakka with his hair gel.
Come to think of it, I haven't told you where we're going. First to Kilika Island. Then we change boats and head for Luca. For that though, Yuna's gotta pray at the temple. I'll be guarding. We'll be praying for the Auron's victory too, so you come along, yeah?
Great plan.
Hey, it is a great plan.
Don't look at me.
You know why Lulu can't respect Wakka completely? It's because his team hasn't won a match in 20 years. It's because his
praying
team
for the Auron's
doesn't
victory
win.
too.
He's a nobody. He's the captain of the Aurons,
We'll be praying for the Auron's victory.
but he hasn't won anything. Kimahri won't talk to you.
Word
Again,
is
Kimahri
that
has, like,
summoner's
no
got noble
lines.
blood. I heard she's Lord Braska's daughter. You don't say.
Lord Braska's daughter?
Right, so Kimahri, this guardian won't talk to you. He has, like, no lines. Like, Tidus has said more lines in the game right now at this current moment than Kimahri will have throughout the entire game. He's a man of very few words, okay? But when Kimahri does speak, he does say something very profound or insightful. Yeah, he won't talk to you. Lord
So,
Vraska's
is
daughter.
Yuna's father famous or something?
She's the daughter of High Summoner Braska. You saw his statue at the temple. Lord Braska defeated Sin 10 years ago. Yuna's the heir to a great legacy.
It's tough when your father's famous.
Wakka's a bit lacking in the imagination department.
Huh?
Thanks, Lulu. I'll keep that in mind.
Right.
Oh yeah, you talked to Yuna yet? She had some questions for you.
Some questions from me. Can I? What? Can I go? Lulu's over
If
here.
you interfere with Yuna's...
Okay, so she's saying the same thing. I can go up here. Hey, can you believe this? No, bye. What? I just saw this merchant guy inside the ship, and guess what he said to me? He walked up to me and said, "You're no good," just like that. Isn't that awful? I've still got style. I'll show him. Don't you think so too? Sure, why not? That's right, I knew I was right. He doesn't know what he's talking about. It makes me so mad. I'm not going inside anymore. Okay. Ocean weather can be fickle, but I doubt we'll see any storms today. Of course, there's one thing worse than any storm, and it's coming, cannot be foretold. So you're with Lady Yuna? That means you're a guardian. I guess I shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Man, everybody's hating. Everybody just hating. For real. What does that mean? Can't judge a book by its cover. I'm so tired of practicing passes. I want to do some shooting too. Should I practice kick passes too? Sure, bud. Okay, I'll pretend I'm kicking with my hands. Otto. These
Lord
clowns over
Braska's
here.
daughter? She just might have a chance.
We'll get her to Kilika, we will.
She does have a name, you know. Yuna.
Lady Yuna.
Well then, we pray for Lady Yuna's safe passage.
Right, so that's something that Wakka doesn't understand. You know, having a parent who's famous, you know, you're kind of in their shadow
Oh
all
yeah,
the
you
time.
talked to Yuna yet?
So he was just saying to them, you know, she has a name. Because they keep calling her Braska's daughter. Her name is Yuna. So there's a bunch of expectations on you. It's,
The wind. It's nice.
right, and so you have that classic small talk, you know. I mean, what else are you supposed to do besides say nice weather? You can't.
You're a blitzball player, aren't you? From Xanarkin, right?
You hear that from Wakka?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Wakka. Wakka doesn't believe me at all.
But I believe you.
Huh?
I've heard in Xanarkin, There is a great stadium, all lit up, even at night.
Huh?
Great blitzball tournaments are held there, and the stands are always full.
How do you know that?
A man named Jack told me. He was my father's guardian.
That's the first time you hear it.
Checked.
His father's name.
My father. His name is checked.
Amazing! You know, our meeting like this must be the blessing of Yevon.
Sounds like him, but it can't be him.
Why not?
My old man, he died. 10 years ago, off the coast of Xanarkand.
I'm sorry.
He went out to sea for training one day, and never came back. And no one's seen him since then.
And you see Yuna's insightfulness.
Why, that's the day that Jecht came to Spira.
But
Right.
It's true, I first met Jecht 10 years and 3 months ago.
Very wise.
I
for
remember
her
that was the
age.
day my father left. The date fits, doesn't it?
Great
yeah, but how would
soundtrack.
he get here?
Same way you did.
You're here. Are you not?
Always with these kind of happy, cheerful moments, the Japanese, and then they want to just ruin it for whatever reason. Like, always make it all real happy and cheerful, and they bring you complete chaos. Yeah, even 20 years after this game has been created, you know what I'm saying? Look at the graphics. Again, this was 2001 on PS2. Like, this game invented good graphics, good cinematography in video games. Final Fantasy invented storytelling in video games, like realistically. Because before you'd get like a couple paragraphs, like for Street Fighter 2 on Sega, Sin shows up. Street Fighter 2 and arcades, you get a little paragraph of backstory, but
What do you think you're doing? Stick a harpoon in him and we'll all get dragged under.
Sin is going for Kilika. We gotta distract it. Our families are in Kilika. Forgive us, Lady Summoner.
Final Fantasy games created an entire story
Oh boy.
for you to enjoy. And these games are long. Okay, a Final Fantasy is not a game you will beat in one day. It's gonna take you a week at least. At least. Right, so Sin is just like, it's like an aquatic kind of, but it also flies. It's a very unusual monster with many moving parts. Oh crap, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to go to the sphere grid and upgrade my characters. So I haven't been on the sphere grid at all. I shouldn't have done that. I put Yuna in defensive stance, but I really shouldn't have done that. Kimahri. I'm gonna use Yuna to finish off this fight, so I didn't need to do that. Kirby, that was a wasted turn. Wakka, sure, why not? Start flicker. I don't think so, buddy. Right, so in the order queue, because this is turn-based combat, you see that it says boss, but Sin doesn't actually do anything. It just has this scene
How many
where
of these
it
things
moves.
are there?
The fin! Attack the fin!
Right, so these things keep coming back, so there's no point. You gotta actually attack the fin. Fighting at a distance. Regular sword attacks cannot hit targets at a distance, such as Sin's fins. That rhymes. Attack these enemies using magic or Wakka's blitzball attack. Long-ranged attacks. Right, so in the queue, this is all Sin can actually do. But in a normal boss fight, the boss will attack you. And in the beginning of the game, you can keep killing these things, and it will give you more AP. Because they'll just keep coming, you'll keep killing them, and it'll keep giving you AP. So this is a way to level up a bit, but at the same time, it's kind of a waste, because the amount of AP it gives you is very little at a time. But anyways, I am out. I didn't use the spear grid, so I haven't upgraded the characters at all, so this will actually be a tougher fight than it should be. But yeah, I'm going to kill 2, I'm going to leave 1. So only 1 can attack me at a time. I'm going to swap out Tidus for Lulu. And Lulu can hit the fin with magic. And it's got about 2,000 HP. Messed up by not using the spear grid, but it's all good. It's all good, no issues. Spines man down. Alright, so you use Lancet on the fin, long range. Tidus can't hit it because he's got his sword. Wakka can still use his bow, and Lulu can use magic. Yuna can't do anything because she attacks with her staff. She can only attack through Aeons this early in the game. As you progress through the sphere grid, you can give her attacking abilities. But yeah, you just keep going with these 3. Well, I will summon Valfor now. Now, why not? Oh, Valfor has overdrive, right, because you fought that bird thing. Right, so this is the boss battle theme. There's a few battle themes in this game, but this is one of the boss battle themes. There's another boss battle theme. I'm not even gonna bother. I'm just gonna go straight overdrive. Energy blast. You see, energy blast. That's the overdrive I just picked up. But I'm gonna use energy ray. That's the original one which you have for Valfor. That's what kill. So as we learned, right, Tidus was talking to the Crusaders and said, "You guys have been fighting 800 years and you haven't beat it?" He's like, "So whose job is it to defeat sin?" and they allude to it being the summoner's job. And it's through the use of aeons. So Yuna is able to fend off this attack from Sin. She's able to defend the boat. They're very lucky they had her aboard. But yeah, Sin is going for Kilika anyway, which is another village like Besaid. I don't know why Tidus is just underneath the water. Like, we were just using him fine. Oh, you know what it is? We wouldn't have been using Tidus for that fight, actually, because Tidus is the only one that can't attack Sin's fin. So I guess that's why they did this like this. Because you would have switched Tidus out, or you probably would have used Yuna's Aeon, right? So you're not thinking about Tidus, actually. So it actually kind of makes sense. He'd be off screen. So he's just here getting attacked by Sin Spawn things. Right, and because I didn't use the Sphere Grid, this fight is going to be very difficult. Yes, keep that up, Tidus. Keep that up, please. Yeah, this is going to be a big problem. This is going to be a big problem. Use Dark Attack. Because again, Wakka only has like 10 MPs. Like, how are you going to start us off with 10 MP, bro? So right, so you don't have to use the Sphere Grid over and over and over again after each fight, like some YouTubers are doing, like Casta. But you do need to access the Sphere Grid because boss fights do become difficult. I'm actually going to use a potion for Wakka. Yeah, because this is a problem because I didn't go through the Sphere Grid. Yes, more critical hits, please. When the screen flashes white like that, it's a critical hit, and they do double damage. You get more critical hits by raising your party members' luck. Don't quote me on that, though. I have no idea. I'm gonna use another potion because I'm all messed up right now. Blender. Right. Let's get it for Tidus. I like that you can see the boat in the background. It's just staying there though. It's not moving. Didn't leave them. Yeah, so I'm just focusing on the boss now. I'm just attacking the boss because crap. I'm using potion on the we'll use Dark Attack this time. Much better, much better, much better. I'm actually going to attack in Sin Scale. to it. Boss. Going through the potions again because I didn't use the sphere grid. That's what I'll do first thing after this fight. Still got it though. Ease. Look at the water. Again, this game is this is the remastered version. It's not a remake like Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII is a full-blown remake. This is just, it's a remaster that has brought the graphics up to HD, but everything still looks kind of 2D, except for these cutscenes. Damn. Right, and so these games being Japanese, you know, the Japanese have a very specific culture, and Japan gets hit with tsunamis a lot, so this scene, it has more of an impact on Japanese people. I mean, I guess if you lived in Florida or if you lived in Miami and you've experienced hurricanes, you could also kind of relate to that scene, and then you just have
When
the
Sin
blitzball
attacked
drifting
Zanarkand that
across.
day, I woke up in Spira. I kept hoping it would work in reverse, too.
I will defeat Sin. I must defeat Sin.
I was just fooling myself. Maybe it was that day, on the sea, under the burning sun. I started to give up hope. I was in a foreign world. I wasn't going home. This was my new reality, and I was stuck in it for good.
So there in this scene, you get a little bit of Yuna's resolve, her determination to destroy Sin, right? But then you also got to see more of Tidus's character and how he's starting to fall into despair. He wants to go home, and he's trying to convince himself, like, yeah, maybe he'll go back after that attack, but it's not happening.
Greetings. I am the summoner Yuna. I have come from the temple in Besaid.
Oh, milady summoner!
If there is no other summoner here, please allow me to perform the sending.
Thanks be to ye.
Our
Thanks
loved
be
ones.
to ye.
We feared they would become fiends.
Please, take me to them.
The way everybody talks, imagine you're a star blitzball player, right? And then you
We'll
get
go see what we can do to help in town.
thrust into this hippy dippy lifestyle. Well, in this world with these people and the way they talk, when you were a star. You were bougie, you were rich, you were respected and known. Now here you are with a bunch of hippy dippy people. The pub is closed. I don't think I can get through this without a drink. Tidus, watch your step. It's not safe this way. And then you have this, one of the most iconic scenes ever, right? Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant scene. The sunset, which is very...
What's ascending? Are we going somewhere?
You truly are clueless. Are you sure it's just your memory that's the problem? The dead need
See,
guidance.
she's just so standoffish. Rude for no reason.
Filled with grief over their own death, they refuse to face their fate. They yearn to live on and resent those still alive. You see, they envy the living. And in time, that envy turns to anger, even hate. Should these souls remain in Spira, they become fiends that prey on the living. Sad, isn't it? The
Which kind of
sending
creates a
takes them to
cycle,
the
doesn't
far
it?
plane, where they may rest in peace.
Summoners do this?
People that died who are angry over their death, who then become fiends, who then prey on the living, who would then kill other people, and then they would become fiends to then create more fiends. Yes. And so already you kind of see, you don't know it now, but this is symbolism. Because we know of another person who's supposedly has walked on water. And this draws parallels to that. So much frickin' passion and effort. Love that part. And then the fire turns blue. And then you have this shot here with Tidus, and then you have a firefly with Pass. Again, beautiful shot. Onlookers, you get to have their emotions, how they feel about this. But the best part of all this, again, visually gorgeous. The best part of all this is Tidus's thoughts, his narration on what he just witnessed. But even this dialogue between Yuna and Lulu here,
It must be tough, being a summoner.
Yuna chose her own path. She knew from the beginning what it meant. All we can do is protect her along the way, until the end.
Until the end? What's the end?
it's just so...
Until she defeats sin.
Oh.
Oh,
I hope I did okay.
You did very well. They've reached the far plane by now, but no tears next time.
No tears next time.
I wished there would never be a next time. No more people being killed by sin. No more sendings for Yuna. Everyone stood there watching her. It was strange, and somehow horrifying. I never wanted to see it again.
Excellent. Excellent, excellent recounting. So you as the viewer, you're seeing this amazing spectacle, this great dance. The music is going. They created that specifically for that scene, right? And it all looked visually gorgeous. But the way Tidus describes it, just like how he described the summoning of the Aeon, right? The Aeon looks scary, but there was this kind of gentle aura coming from it, he said. With this, we're seeing a spectacle and it looks great, but he's like, no. He's like, everybody stood there watching her. It was strange, he said. And somehow, he didn't know how, but somehow, it was horrifying. He said, I never wanted to see it again. Which is it's so brilliant because, again, the complete opposite of what you're thinking watching it. But what's happening is truly a horrifying act. It's a bunch of dead people being sent to the far plane. It's not something you really want to be seeing, ever. It's not a good thing. This kid. I'm gonna be a blitzball when I grow up. Sure, kid. This is my home, and no matter how bad it gets, I ain't moving. It's a stubborn bastard right there. Did you rest well? The others left some time ago. Okay, well, thanks, chick. With the save. Alright, here we go.
Hey, you awake? Captain Wakka's waiting for you.
Thanks, Sato. Our loved ones made it to the far plane with Lady Yuna's help. We are truly grateful for Yevon's blessing. And that's another thing. She says, if there's no other summoner here, please allow me to perform the sending. So that's kind of her, like, she's a fledgling. She's now mastering her skills and abilities.
Ah, there you are. Besaid Aurochs, huddle!
But yeah, it shows how lucky they were
Onto the temple, where we pray for victory.
to have a summoner aboard the ship.
High Summoner O'Halloran used to live in the Kilika Temple here. Yep, Lord O'Halloran was once a great blitzer, you know.
Wakka. Praying for victory's all good. But is this right?
Something wrong with enjoying blitzball?
Is this really the time?
This is the only time. The players fight with all their strength. The fans cheer for their favorite team. They forget pain, suffering. Only the game matters. That's why Blitz has been around for so long. At least that's what I think.
Whatever you say.
Let's play and win, right?
Right.
Temple's beyond the jungle there. Let's go.
Fantastic. So after seeing that, Tidus is now questioning. He's like, should we really be going to a blitzball tournament? Because that's what his main objective is right now, is to do this blitzball tournament. He's joined the Aurochs to help Wakka out. And it's like, is this really the time? And Wakka says, this is the only time. Because what other time is there? It doesn't matter. Sin will always be around to attack and cause chaos. He's like, this is the only time. They're having the tournament at this time. So let's go and enjoy it. There's really nothing else they can do. It's like the only entertainment they have. It's all they've got left. It's just like, you know, when tragedy strikes, you need to be able to laugh. That's how we recover and we get over the damage. Otherwise, we're just left with trauma. And so that's what blitzball is. Blitzball is like a cathartic relief. It's it helps to ease suffering and pain. Oh, wrong place. And again, you have like the most tragic things happening, but the spear and music that they have is this spear theme. She's wondering about her father. She was hoping it was all a dream, but when she woke up, everything was messed up. But yeah, you have this excellent kind of guitar for the Spearin theme, just going through the villages. And it's rather upbeat, consider all things considered. Yeah, I'm repairing this now, but it'll all be destroyed when Sin comes again. He destroys it, I fix it, and he destroys it. It's a never-ending cycle, I tell you. Right. So, again, part of their mentality you see by speaking to these people.
Huh?
This little... And she's here, this little kid's crying.
Whoa!
Right, so a lot of the kids, when you think about it, they would be orphans. Losing their parents. Gonna pop us. I just saved.
What's up?
Yuna's saying she wants you with us.
Huh?
I want to ask you to be my guardian.
You know what? There's no time for jokes, yeah? He may be a blitzball whiz kid, but up against fiends, he's a newbie.
Not a guardian, then. I just want him nearby.
What?
What? What do you mean?
It's just that... Well,
We're all going to the
Then
temple
Lulu
anyway.
steps in,
Can't this wait till later?
honestly.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have...
There's nothing to be sorry about. I'm just not really sure what's going on.
My apologies.
So again, like I was saying, Tidus is a Chad. A Chad. He's got skill, you know. He's extroverted. He's a feeling type. Sphere times 2. These little things are all throughout Spira and they're Albed, but you can't decipher it because we don't know any Albed yet. You gotta keep finding those primers. Oh, here we go.
Kimahri, why don't you use Lancet on it?
What's a lancet?
Normally, it's a skill that weakens enemies and heals the user. But when a Ronso uses it, that Ronso can sometimes learn Fiend's abilities.
Hey, sounds cool.
Right, so you use Lancet on it, and Kimahri has the ability to learn techniques, right? So he just learned Seed Cannon. Where he's getting all these seed cannons, where he's getting all these seeds from to cannon fire off, who knows? But whenever you learn a new overdrive with Kimahri, it's called Ronso Rage, and it fills his overdrive meter instantly, so you get to see what it looks like right away.
Company, halt!
The fiend before us is Ochu, Lord of the Wood. We've had trouble with this one before. Remember, discretion is the better part of valor.
And the Crusaders don't do anything, bro. They have this massive fiend here, and they're just standing here. Why don't you kill it?
Standing guard, sir.
Useless.
The Ochu is no garden variety fiend. We could throw 100 Crusaders at it and still lose. Ochu poison is a surefire way to get to the far plane and fast. The Ochu is not... We could throw 100 Crusaders...
The Crusaders are a bunch of pansies, bro. They're a bunch of pansies. Look at them. You're losing to a plant. You could throw 100 of them at it and still lose? A bunch of pansies, bro. They don't do nothing. They don't do nothing. Yeah, man. Yuna is already smitten. She already seems smitten by our star athlete here. Fire with Lulu. These plant types are weak to fire, obviously. I say obviously, but some of them, you know.
I could take care of those alone, huh? Yeah.
Again, what you want to do is you want to use all your characters. Make sure all your characters have a turn so that they get AP. So I'm going to bring in Yuna.
I'm ready.
Press triangle, put her in a defensive stance, which skips her turn. But then it brings it to Lulu, who does the most damage because its elemental weakness is fire. And there you have it. Everybody gets AP. That's how you're supposed to do it. You know what? I still haven't gone to the sphere grid yet, now that I'm looking at it.
Focus on the fight.
No worries.
What was that about? So this is the regular battle theme you're hearing. Or is it? Again, there's multiple battle themes. Again, like with all the Final Fantasies. They'll all get stuck in your head, you know? Final Fantasy 16's got one. Final Fantasy 13 has Blinded by Light, which is another one. I've never played Final Fantasy 13, but... You know, I'm a big Final Fantasy fan, so I know all of the... What is happening right now?
Make way! Oh yeah!
Yuna can cure. She's the white mage, so she can heal your party members. I'm gonna heal Lulu. Jesus Christ. It's just right in her face. I don't know what my cat is doing over there. Did I use Kimahri in this fight? I don't even know. But yeah, try and use all your characters.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Oh, okay, so I got some respect. From Lulu. On our way, sir. We Crusaders are training for the upcoming operation. Call on us if you see any sim spawn. Are you heading for Kilika Temple? Then just follow this trail. There are poisonous fiends in the forest. Be on your guard. Obtained remedy. When I was younger, my youngest sister, because she's a clown,
Yuna!
she told me...
Just who do you think you are?
Yuna Aeon. Yeah, he's got a lot of nerve. Yeah, so when I was younger, my sister...
Freeze.
She told me it was she told me that word is pronounced remedy. And she's told me so many things that I've realized now that I'm older. She's told me so many things when I was younger that have just been completely wrong. And that's one of those things she told me. She told me that remedy was pronounced remedy. What a clown! What a clown she is!
Moving on.
One of many things that's wrong, and it's like, if you don't know, just say you don't know. Don't tell me some nonsense for me to find out it's wrong later. And you know, I had the same problem with one of my cousins. My cousins would just. I remember I asked him about this anime named Naruto because he had the Naruto game, but he never actually watched the anime. So I was asking him questions about it, and I was like, "Why does this guy?" I remember specifically, I was talking about Kakashi and Sasuke and them having the same eyes, and he
Let
told
them
me
come.
that Kakashi was related to Sasuke,
Light
which turned
shine
out
strong,
to
our
not
woe
be
be
true.
gone.
It's like you're just lying for no reason. You don't want to use water on the yellow element.
Anyone thirsty?
Because the yellow element is lightning. I'm going to swap out Kimahri because Kimahri is almost dead. I'm going to bring in
Sit
Wakka,
back
have him
and
use
watch.
the defensive stance. You have to use Tidus to kill these things. I'm going to use Isuna on Wakka because Wakka just got petrified. I'm going to bring in Kimahri with his low HP. I swapped him out because I didn't want him to be attacked. But now I can see that I have 2 turns in the turn order queue. So I can give him a turn, put him in a defensive stance, and then bring in Tidus, who I know can finish off this
Nothing to
being
fear, the
in
hero's
one hit.
here.
So everything is all good. Right? Everybody got a turn, everybody gets AP.
We're doing all right.
Everybody's used to the best of their ability. I'm actually going to, and this is another thing that, you know, some YouTubers haven't figured out. You can cure your team members in the main menu by going to abilities. So you go to abilities, you go to Yuna, because she's the light mage, she has cure, and you can use cure. I'm not going to use cure on Kimahri right now because he's got 567 out of 644. That would be a waste of a cure because his HP is basically full. It's 5/6 of the way. I am going to go to the sphere grid, however. Why is it so zoomed in? I gotta upgrade my characters. Yuna. Extract ability, that's good. You see, and this is what I mean by the expert sphere grid. You can have a black mage, like I can turn Yuna into a black mage, which for the early parts of this game is excellent. So she's already like Lulu, and Yuna has more magic power than Lulu does. So her black magic spells, her fire, her blizzard, her lightning, her water, would actually be stronger than Lulu's. That's why if you're using the expert sphere grid, like it's cheating. It's cheating. It makes everything too easy. You can have, and I can also turn Kimahri, so you can have 3 people who are dual maged at a time. So I can have Lulu learn Cure, and I can have Yuna learn the Black Mage spells, and I can have Kimahri learn the White Magic and Black Magic as well, for sending him off on his own path. Like, it's broken. But anyways, I'm going to take her down over here, which some people might see as a waste, but there's a strength by 3, so that'll make her Aeon stronger. As Yuna goes up in sphere level, so do her Aeons. Alright, so I'm gonna bring Yuna across to the black magic over here that Lulu has already learned. Have her cast spells. I'm gonna take Tidus straight up because going backwards is wasted movement. So cheer would have come in handy in, you know, that last boss fight I had. Also increasing his agility and strength. You know what I mean? He's here, learn flee. What ability is this? Extract power. Hang on. I'm going to have him learn the strength before. I'm actually going to take him that way. And then because of how this path branches, yeah, I'm going to take him down to learn Power Break. And then I'm going to take him back up on his path to learn Haste. Yep, that is the plan. So extract power. Lulu. Lulu I will actually take and have her learn Cure. Because that's broken. And Isuna, so there's, like, it's so broken. It's so broken. Like, I remember people were making excuses for Casta playing this game, saying, oh, she's using the expert sphere grid, it's harder. No, it's not. No, it absolutely is not. It's cheating using the expert sphere grid. Because then I can give Lulu freaking Cure and Isuna, which is broken. You can't do that. The original way you're supposed to play this game is like everybody has their own path and it's rigid. Like they can't move. They have to stay on their path. The only person who's free to choose is Kimahri, which he still can choose, but it's like I can give her, she has the black magic spells, but I can also have her learn the white magic spells. It's supposed to be a role-playing game, but they're all swapping and trading and doing the same thing. So it's absolutely broken. I can have Lulu learn extract ability as well. But I'm gonna take her over here, and then she gets a strength +3. Like, broken, bro. She had, now my Lulu has Isuna. She has Cure. And I'm about to give her a strength +3. Broken. Game is done. Game is done. This early part of the game is over. We're done. Sorry. For Wakka, take him down this way. I'm just gonna have Wakka go on his path. He doesn't need to be deviating and learning multiple things. I mean, I could, but it's... maybe I should have... screw it. I'm just gonna have him go forward. Ability. Oh, you know what? I don't have any more ability spheres, so I'm going to have to start using extract ability, which gives you ability spheres. Kimahri, you know, I will move Kimahri. I'm not going to use the ability spheres, though, so... yeah, that's it. That is it. I will fight the Ochu. Because I'm good at it. Look at it dancing. Lulu you want to keep in this fight because she does the most damage, because the Ochu is weak to fire. You know I'm going to swap out because she's not necessary. I'm going to have Yuna finish off the fight, so I'll bring her in at the end with a summon. Or, you know what, I'll bring her in now. Because Lulu just got poisoned. So I'm going to use Isuna, but you know what? I actually don't need Yuna to cure Lulu of poison anymore, because I just had Lulu learn Isuna. So she could do it herself. And I'm going to have Yuna do it so that Lulu can continue to cast fire spells. Swap out Yuna. And Wakka. Lulu with fire once again. Right, so everybody except for Wakka at this point has had a turn. Lulu has evasion, so she evades a lot of attacks. I'm gonna bring in Kimahri because Kimahri is actually stronger than Wakka at this point in the game. Keep having Lulu cast fire, does the most damage. I'm going to have Tidus use Cheer for himself and Kimahri. I'm gonna swap out Kimahri for Yuna, have Yuna cast Isuna on Tidus, have Tidus attack, and he's doing better damage now that I've used Cheer. Bring back Kimahri, attack. yeah, so they're both doing 200 plus damage now. Ochu falls asleep. I'm going to keep casting fire. I'm going to cast fire with Lulu, and then I'm actually going to bring in Yuna because, right, when the Ochu falls asleep, it starts to heal, right? Like, it just healed 699, and you're too weak to overcome that, so it's just going to get all its health back. So you actually have to wake it up, or it's just going to heal, and everything you've done at this point will have been for nothing. So, bringing in Yuna. Did I use Wakka? I don't think I've used Wakka yet. Crap. But you know what? I can't bring Wakka in right now. I have to use Balfour because I'm about to wake it up. And when it wakes up, it likes to do this attack here, which can be devastating. But I think Balfour... yeah, it says miss. And Balfour can, of course, also cast fire magic. Do one more. Balfour is almost down. I don't think Balfour will go down. Okay, so now I'm going to dismiss Balfour. Balfour has overdrive. And I'll probably bring Balfour back in to finish it off. I'm going to bring in Wakka, so Wakka gets a turn now. Because we're trying to have everybody gain AP. Nice dodge, nice dodge, nice dodge. I'm going to summon again. And overkill this bastard. And again, I'm narrating these fights because I remember I was watching Casta play this game, a YouTuber, and she's narrating all her fights, and she's going through it, and she's saying what she's gonna do and why she's gonna do them. And I'm listening to her reasoning, and I'm just like, no, don't do that. Don't not do that. But yeah, that's her first time playing the game. But still though, she's played FF Remake and Rebirth and FF16. Yeah, so everybody got AP just now. I got some new equipment, Rule Breaker for Wakka, who only had one attack.
A summoner and her guardians. Very impressive.
Sir, we should fight too.
But you guys are just a bunch of pansies.
Young Crusaders gather around.
Had to do your job for you. Pathetic.
Hey, after the tournament, you should join the Crusaders.
I don't think so, man. A group of pansies.
Do your best, kid. Wakka's counting on you.
Elixir. Thanks, bud. Yeah, I'm just gonna continue going forward. Little theme. Yeah, so Wakka for the flying enemies, the difficult to hit enemies. I'm going to have Lulu in defensive stance. I'm going to bring in Kimahri, have Kimahri be in defensive stance, and then Tidus will be brought in last to finish the fight. And then everybody gets a turn, everybody gets AB.
Sorry.
He's like, newbie here.
A winning streak.
Right? Wakka's like, in Blitzball, he's a whiz kid, but up against Fiends, he's a newbie. Freaking hilarious.
Oh. These stone steps have a history, you know. Yep. Lord O'Holland trained here at his peak.
A race, huh? Think you can beat me?
Yuna, if you would.
Ready?
Hey, hey!
Ah, huh? Hey!
Kimahri just shakes his head. And,
Kids.
with the save.
Look out!
Everyone, quick!
They
Sin
come
spawn!
running back. Right, so there's a sin spawn here. Right? And it would make sense that there's actually a sin spawn here. Because Sin just attacked Kilika Village. Right, so for this boss fight, you don't want to... It says vulnerable to magic. And it's only vulnerable to magic. You don't want to use physical attacks on this thing. You want to attack its tentacles, which absorb magical attacks against it. Wow, critical hit, it's gone. You know what, I'll just use the voice for this, because why not? Have Tidus's cheer raise your strength. And you can use cheer multiple times and it will keep raising your strength. But yeah, you want to take out the tentacles first, and then you can start casting magic on this main thing. Tidus now has his overdrive, and you want to use Tidus's overdrives every single time you get it, because as he uses more overdrives, as he uses his overdrive, he learns new overdrives. Let's cheer again. Need this thing to come out of his shell. Let's sit on it. His physical attacks don't really work against that thing. Not yet. Still not enough. Maybe now. Now I'm gonna use an overdrive. Yeah, why not? Spiral. 1692 damage. You know what? I should have saved that. Yeah, it's almost dead now. I should have used that for... You know, I'm gonna bring in Yuna. Have Yuna cure Tidus. I mean, I don't have to overkill it, you know? I will summon. I got to. I'll summon anyways. You gotta do your battles with style, you know? But it's not like I need to summon, you know what I mean? Because you have YouTubers playing this game for the first time, and they're going through it, and they're just summoning all the time. I'm just gonna keep boosting. overdrive. Okay, one more. And if this doesn't give me overdrive, then I'll just dismiss Valpour. Okay, so now I have overdrive. I'm gonna use overdrive, and so far I haven't overkilled every boss. Not the one that was under the sea. But damn near every boss so far I've overkilled. My mic was real low. I don't even know if you guys have been hearing me. My mic has been so low.
Yeesh.
Sorry about that. Hope to break you in a little slower.
Being a guardian's tiring.
You handle yourself pretty well. You got talent.
Hey. So, what are these sin spawn anyway?
Fiends. They fall from Sin's body and are left behind in its wake.
Leave him alone and Sin comes back for him. You gotta be quick.
That moment when Wakka told me I had talent in battle, I think that was when I started seriously considering becoming a guardian.
It's in the spawn, just right outside the temple and nobody notices it. But yeah, it was there because Sin attacked Kilika. But you saw there with Tidus's thoughts, now he's actually considering becoming a guardian. Like Yuna just asked him downstairs.
They got fiends in Xanarkand too.
But it was...
Just a few. It's a big deal when one shows up, though. Hey, since when have you believed me about Xanarkand anyway?
I've been thinking. Maybe people Sin gets to don't die. Maybe Sin carries them through time. Like 1,000 years through time. And then one day, maybe they just pop back, see?
Amazing. Simply amazing. You make up one theory after another, refusing to face the simple truth. Sin didn't take Chappu anywhere. Sin crushed him and left him on the Jose shore. Your brother won't just pop back. Oh, and one more thing. No matter how much you want it, no one can take Chappu's place. No one can replace Sir Jekt, for that matter. And there's no replacement for Lord Braska, either. It's pointless to think about it. And sad.
She's just cold as ice, bro. Cold as ice.
I could never be what Chappu was. Well, stuff happens. Best not to worry.
Wakka, Lulu, and Wakka's brother, Chappu. Something had happened between them a long time ago. I was sure of it. Well, whatever it was none of my business, that's for sure. Best not to go there.
Best not to go there, he says. And he is not wrong. You sure are talented, man. Playing blitzball and fighting like that. So this is the place honored in remembrance of High Summoner O'Holland. Makes you kind of nervous, yeah? These clowns.
You here to
This
pray
temple
for
is
victory
like
too?
ruins.
Us? Pray? Who needs to pray? The Luca goers always win.
Oh yeah? Then why are you here?
We've been praying for some competition this year.
Some very interesting
So what's your goal
hairstyle
this
choices
time? You gonna
happening at the
do
moment.
your best again? Ha! It's too bad your best isn't good enough. Why even bother showing up?
This time, we play to win.
Ooh, play away. Just remember, even kids can play, boys.
See you in the finals.
We'll beat them. We have to.
You know that team?
Putting people down? They're as bad as my old man.
But Sir Jecht was a kind and gentle man.
Well, not my Jecht. Even 10 years after he left. Just thinking about my old man got me angry. But maybe that was just my way of keeping him... Nah.
Of keeping him close and keeping him in memory. The Luca goers, that team, it is a tough match against them in the future. Kids running around in the temple. What is on this guy's head? It's not a crown. Don't say it's a crown. It is not a crown. May the Kilika Beasts win this year's tournament. The Kilika Beasts are Kilika's blitzball team and serve as a sign of encouragement and hope for the people of Kilika. Okay, buddy. That's not going to happen. Kilika Temple is the temple of fire. Even the cloister of trials is engulfed in flames. Those who disobey the precepts and enter unsanctioned may forfeit their lives. Good. So let's not be one of those people that enter unsanctioned. So got another temple. This one is, well, inside of it, you see kind of the same thing. You still see another statue of Lord Braska. I envy your happy-go-lucky attitude. Yeah, once we win the tournament, this will be my victory pose. That's not going to happen, bro, because I'm going to win the tournament.
I think Wakka needs to do a little more praying.
Yep, Kimahri. Still not time for Kimahri to speak. Yuna?
Please, let Wakka's prayers be heard.
Lord Auron,
Praying.
guide our feet.
You see, and again, they give you the option to pray or just stand and watch. I'm gonna pray because I think it makes things easier. But again, there's been no guarantee. There's been no evidence. I don't know.
A summoner, are you?
My name is Yuna, from the Isle of Besaid.
Donna? So, you're High Summoner Braska's daughter. That's quite a name to live up to. My.
It is.
And all these people are your guardians? My, what a rabble. As I recall, Lord Braska had only 2 guardians. Quality over quantity, my dear. Whatever were you thinking? I have need of only 1 guardian. Right, Bartello?
And for some reason, Donna
I
thinks
only
that's
have
a flex.
as many guardians
it's
as there
really
are people
not.
I can trust. I trust them all with my life.
Why would you not?
To have so many guardians is a joy
Right.
and an honor. Even more so than being my father's daughter. Of course, I would never think of questioning your ways either.
Why would you want 1 bodyguard when you can have multiple?
Lady Donna, I ask of you, please leave us in peace.
You do what you want, Bartello, we're leaving.
Even if the other guardians were lesser quality, still, like
A
you can
guardian
have
is
1
someone a
quality.
summoner can rely on. Someone she can trust with her life. I wondered, did Yuna feel that way about me? What's she smiling about?
Of course, she feels that way about Tidus. She was just asking him downstairs right before we entered the Kilika Woods. She wanted him to be her guardian, right? Just like Sir Jecht
Lord Auron,
was her father's
guide our
guardian.
feet.
Anyways, with the save. But yeah, having multiple guardians, like, why not? The more the merrier. Nonsense to have just
The
one,
faith is below. Let's do it.
no matter how good they are.
The faith?
Having a
But
team is
first, the Cloister of
always...
Trials. Kimahri, Wakka, ready?
Strength, everyone.
No. Nah! Hey, what gives?
You're not a guardian yet.
We'll be back as soon as we can, okay?
Oh, sure. Soon. Like tomorrow soon, I bet.
That's what I'm saying, like, they'll make you wait here forever. But yeah, generally speaking, it's always best to have a team as opposed to, you know, being by yourself.
Where's Yuna? Then why are you here?
Hey,
Sure.
I'm not a guardian, so I'm not supposed to go in, right?
I got a better
Not a
question. Why are
guardian, you
you
say?
here? Weren't you just leaving?
Hey, wait! Ah! Let me go!
Tidus, whoop his ass, man.
Go! Hey! What's a big idea?
Just a little game.
Well, I guess you can't fight in the temple. But at the same time, it's like, nobody's watching anything.
This is bad. Really bad.
Do the priests not ever go into the cloister? It's like, who's maintaining the cloister if the priests aren't going inside? So anyways, they trap you down here.
Come on, go up! Go up!
And you can't go back up because they're up there guarding the top, right? And the game gives you this option, like you have a choice. You can wait here, and they'll literally have you waiting here where you can go inside.
Only
You
guardians
have to go
allowed.
inside, though,
I'm
to
sure no
progress,
guardian.
to progress the story.
Well, I guess it's too late now.
That it is, that it is. Yeah, man, I remember when I was younger doing this cloister. Everybody gets lost at the same spot, and that's with the glyph. They don't understand that you're supposed to touch the glyph. So you place this sphere here in this slot, and then a glyph will appear. And you're supposed to take the sphere back out, put it in one of the placeholders to the side, and then touch the glyph. But everybody's like, okay, what do I do now? What do I do now? What do I do now? Everybody gets trapped at that part. Oh, yeah. But otherwise, real easy. Take this out. And also bring it to the side. Placeholder. Because you can only hold one sphere at a time. That's the whole problem with this, with doing these cloisters. It makes it real slow. This thing will always transport the pedestal to a spot. I'm going to place it in here. It's going to open this door. When you place the glyph sphere. Right, and that stops all the fire there. Inside this room is a destruction sphere, which is what you use to gain the secret treasures. But you want to take the fire sphere, the Kilika sphere, place it back in the pedestal. You see, and this is the part that's complete nonsense, right? Like the first trial at Besaid, when I was younger, I did that no problem, and I figured out how to get the the treasure inside the cloister. That one's straightforward. Like, you really don't have a choice if you're going to use all of the spheres. You're just dicking around, placing the spheres wherever. So you get the treasure. This one, you have to put the Kilika sphere in the pedestal and then push it to this, whatever this thing is on the floor that transports the pedestal. And it'll burn this. Like, who would think of that, bro? Who would actually think of that? That's nonsense. Not in a million years. So that's something you actually have to look up. And then you place the destruction sphere in that, and you place the Kilika sphere here to burn the door. So you can progress through. But like, who's gonna think to push the pedestal onto that sign? Anyways. Red armlets. Armlets are for Kimahri. Take the Kilika sphere out, and then you can progress through the door into... and join the rest of the Guardians. And so now when you enter this room, you hear a man singing, because in Besaid, you hear a woman's voice. Valfor is a woman Aeon. The Aeon you're about to get is a guy. So you hear a man singing with him.
Whoa!
It was Donna and that big musclehead man.
Yuna will be the one to suffer the consequences.
What consequences?
She could be excommunicated.
Excommunicated means, you know, sanctioned. It means banished from the temples.
The chamber
Discredited.
beyond is a sacred place. Only summoners may enter.
What? Even Guardians can't go?
It's taboo.
Oh.
It's taboo. The question is why? Lulu just shakes her head because I'm not supposed to be here.
So what's in there anyway?
The faith, remember?
Oh yeah, that thing, right.
The faith are people who gave their lives to battle sin. Yevon took their souls, willingly given from their still living bodies.
Huh?
Now they live forever, trapped in statues. But when a summoner beckons, the souls of the faith emerge once again. That's what we call an Aeon.
All that in this room? So what's Yuna doing in there?
She prays with all her heart for a way to defeat sin.
And for more hair gel for Wakka. Just can't.
Just
like,
wait.
bro. Yeah, okay. Right, so imagine that. So the Faith are imprisoned in statues, Kimahri. The Faith are imprisoned in statues, and they're just there chilling. Imagine that. You give your life so that others can come and train, and you're just trapped in a statue. And you can only come forth in this alternate kind of entity and in this different body to help summoners to fight sin. You're spending the rest of your life trapped in a statue, and the only times when you come out of that statue, it's to engage in battle. Terrible, 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 terrible situation. And this has been going on for 1,000 years. This tradition, if you can call it that.
There was something I didn't tell anyone else that day. That song we heard there, in the temple, I knew it from my childhood. It was proof that Spira and Zanarkand were connected. Somehow. At least to me it was. Maybe that's why suddenly I felt like I just wanted to go home.
Yeah,
I tried to say something to tell them, but the words wouldn't come.
Trust me, you don't, after living the star life, you don't want to come to this hippy-dippy place, man. Tidus is bougie. And so he's hearing this song from his childhood, and he just wants to go home. So here we go. We got a new Aeon. Ifrit. I say Ifrit. People say Ifrit. I say Ifrit. Ifrit sounds too silly for me. Everybody keeps surrounding Yuna. Yuna's famous. She's a summoner. There are very few summoners, right? The amount of
I
people that
thought I
have
had
the
put my feelings
talent.
for Xanarkin behind me.
Again, I don't know what this scene is of and
But they
why
were
he's
there,
moving like that.
and they
He's
grew
moving
inside
crazy.
me bigger and bigger, till I was just about ready to burst.
Are you okay?
I don't know.
What do you want to do?
To scream real loud.
And so he does. Alright, and here we are going back through the woods. But yeah, man, Tidus has been through a lot. A lot, to say the least. Gonna guard with Yuna. Gonna attack with Wakka, because there's two of them. Seed cannon. Okay, cool. Double cool. I'm actually going to heal Wakka with Asuna. Using Yuna. And then I'm actually going to have him attack again. Get rid of the next B. And then there's just one enemy left. Bring in Tidus, let Tidus start to attack, get his turn in. Yuna I can take out for Lulu, have Lulu cast
Now
fire.
what?
It's over.
And we're done. Everybody gets turn, everybody gets AP. That's the name of the game! That was terrible. That was just terrible. Should I use the sphere grid? Why not? Let's go through the sphere grid. Oh, you know what? I need ability spheres, so you know what? Let me fight one more battle. There we go. Ambushed, of course. Of course an ambushed. I want one more battle, I get ambushed. Dang. Gotta have Tidus attack the lizards, or things will not go well for you. But B, I'm not going to have Lulu finish this thing off yet. What I'm actually going to do is have Yuna, because she has the skill extractability, I can actually use Yuna to attack instead of having her discard. I may as well have her do that, and then I can get an ability sphere. Then for Kimahri, I'm going to have him come in and guard. Then I'll bring in Lulu, have Lulu finish it off with a water. So that's one ability sphere. One! With the same again. You know what? I'm just gonna move on. So, moving on, we come out of the temple, we've gotten our second Aeon. Now we should be on our way to Luca to get our Hey, you, hands off the merchandise. Oh, you're a customer, are you? I'm not gonna buy anything. Buying anything at this point in the game is useless because it's all weak. And it's a waste of money. It's just a waste of money. Anyways, we are going to embark on our
Off
way
to
to
Luca
Luca
at
now.
last. The matches start soon as we get there, so rest up on the way, yeah?
Yep. Our Blitzball tournament, because I'm the star player of the Xanarkin Apes. I got to represent and destroy all the other teams, especially those Luca goers we just encountered at the temple. Bunch of clowns, don't know who they're dealing with, so gotta destroy them, you know? And then this song that plays, this is Tidus's theme, which again is kind of whimsical. You think of, when you hear this song, you think of a starry night. You think of, yeah, and that's when it plays. It plays in the beginning, Xanarkin, and it's playing here on the ship. Very much Tidus focused, this part and that part in the game. I just want to sneak up behind them and beat the... I mean, I want to get in their faces and show them what we're made of. Just who's violent. Tournament's coming up real soon. I wish we had more time to practice, yeah? Yeah, these guys are lame. I won't lie to you. The Aurochs are the worst team in Spira. Why do we have to be on the same ship as those Lucans anyway? Why do I feel like I'm being watched? Those herbs I bought in Kilika for seasickness aren't working great, yeah? That's terrible to hear. These are the Luca goers over here. It looks like our gals are brewing up something back there. I'd be afraid if I were you. My, you're kind of cute too. Want to have some fun? Vulgerda. Listen to her name, bro. Vulgerda? May as well be named Gertrude. That is a terrible, terrible name. Garam. Hey, that boy in the Aurochs is a cutie. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there. Get out of this place.
Oh, them's fascinating clothes you're wearing. Yeah! Filthy, filthy. This won't sell. Or me name's not a Wakka.
So I guess your name's not a Wakka then.
Don't look like
clothes
you
are
got
fine.
much money, either.
I'm better dressed than you.
I've no business with you. Out of me way.
Who do you think you are?
A Wakka the 23rd. Merchant extraordinaire.
A Wakka the who?
Don't know me?
All the men in this game
Well,
are wearing
not
belly
many
tops,
do.
bro.
Not yet.
Why is that? A good chunk, a good half, a good 50% just have their stomachs exposed. With the save. Save often, save always. To quote a certain YouTuber.
But someday, the name of Wakka will be spoken all over Spira. Say, lad, you wouldn't have a bit of gill to lend?
For you, buddy? Why not?
I'll make it up to you, that I will.
You better.
Some
For that
people
one
can
gill.
be so rude.
Ah, piss off.
Best to let him sleep.
That's all he does. He don't do nothing else.
It might not mean much, but good luck in the tournament.
All the people in this place. Power room?
What the heck is that?
What the heck is what?
What is this place?
The power room, like it says on the door?
Dumbass.
Yeah, but why the big birds?
What's so strange about chocobo power?
Chocobos? Those are chocobos?
What? You've never seen a chocobo? What kind of backwater island did you come from, anyway?
Not an island, actually. It's
Miracles
actually
and
not
oddities
backwater
were
either.
starting to become daily routine on this trip.
These come from one of the most advanced cities in your world. Or at least it was 1,000 years ago. So I guess they don't have chocobos in Xanarkand. He's never seen one. I know it's a really advanced Machina city, but even so, you would think that they would still have chocobos, and well, then again, there's like no nature in that place. That place is beyond industrial. There's no life.
What y'all
No
talking
plants,
about?
no trees.
Who are you supposed to be?
Just a twisted, corrupt place.
Ah, I remember him. Guy from Kilika.
Huh?
You know, one of the Besaid Aurochs. Said something about winning the cup.
Oh, right. You're that idiot.
Don't call him that.
But he is an idiot. They don't got what it takes to win the cup.
Well, they do now that I'm here.
Yes, they will win. He used to be the star player of the Xanarkand Abes.
Let him know, Yuna. Let him know.
Yeah, as if anyone lived in those ruins.
It's not ruins. There's a big city there. There is.
I
Yuna's a ride or
got too
die.
close to sin and...
There is a city, really.
Jokes.
Right. Whatever your ladyship says.
Bunch of dickheads. Okay. The Aurochs are the team to watch this year. They say they got a blitzer from Xanarkand on their team. Oh, come on, you actually believe that rumor? Ah, no way. I only meant it'll be fun to watch. Talk to Yuna.
What's wrong? You seemed kind of mad back there.
They were being rude, and... I do believe your Xanarkand exists. I really do, you know?
How come?
Sir Jecht used to
Because she
always tell me
wanted- she wanted-
stories. It'd be great to see your home someday. I'd love to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So, Yuna, want to come over to my place? Right. Sure. As if I had a place to show her.
Anymore, because everything has been destroyed.
I do believe your Xanarkand exists. I really do, you know.
Nah, Yuna's a ride or die. She's cool people. Looks like the toxin is still getting to you. Take it easy and go to bed early, yeah? Wakka is busy right now. Maybe you shouldn't bother him. Wakka. We can finally relax now that the goers are down in the cabin. What a bunch of... Why are the Aurochs a bunch of pansies? All the men in this game are a bunch of pansies. But then again, like, what do you expect when Sin's been destroying everything? We have 2 summoners and the goers on board. It is my responsibility to carry them safely to their destination. An Albert Primer. Volume 5, A to E. Right, so all the vowels have to be interchanged with vowels. Otherwise, it's not going to make any sense in English. You're from Xanarkand. Everyone on the ship's been talking about you. You've got the biggest mouth of any blitzer I've ever seen. Alright, buddy. Everybody hating on me on this ship. Everybody hating on me on this ship.
Well, say something. You'll take responsibility.
Relax, he's bound to know someone in Luca.
And if not?
He could always join a blitz team. Anyhow, it's better than just leaving him in Besaid.
What?
And she's
Just
like,
leaving him
just
in
leaving
Luca?
him in Luca.
What do you want me to do?
Same thing.
Yuna wants to make him a guardian.
And then he turns back and he's
Oh,
like,
yeah, jeez. There's that too, eh?
And whose fault is that?
Not mine. It is mine, huh?
Mm-hmm. Sure is. See, for this part, you want to keep going back
Why
up
do you
the
think she wants to make
stairs
him a guardian anyway?
to continue the
Because
conversation.
he's Sir Jack's son.
All right. Wait, you sure about that? He's really Sir Jack's son.
It's hard to say, but Yuna seems to believe so.
Okay.
We're about to
Okay.
get confirmation on
Okay.
that, actually.
That's all you have to say?
Well, yeah, I mean, he's got to decide for himself, yeah? Well, him and Yuna, I guess.
You're right, for once. I wonder which is best.
Because right now, we don't actually know if the Jack that Yuna's talking about is the same as his father that he knows, right? So nobody actually knows if he is Sir Jack's son, but we're about to get confirmation on that
Why don't
soon.
you tell him he should?
Should what?
Become Yuna's guardian.
Why me?
Because Yuna can't.
Why not?
He hates his father. What he was, what he did. Do you really think she can possibly say to him, I want you to be my guardian, like your father was to mine?
And you're being oversensitive. All right, all right. I'll try talking to him after the tournament.
Be discreet.
I know. It's his decision.
Right, so they were planning on making him a guardian
He
after
doesn't
the
like
tournament.
his father.
Apparently, he told Yuna as much.
Hating your own father, huh? Sounds like a luxury to me. I don't even remember my parents. Can't say how I feel about them.
I was 5 then, so I remember mine a little.
Damn it!
Hmm?
Sin just takes everything away from us.
Right, so like I said, the majority of the children, a good chunk of children in this world would be orphans because Sin would be killing their parents. So just like Wakka and Lulu
Go to bed, bud. Tournament starts tomorrow morning.
don't remember their parents. It's probably a very common
I'm sorry.
situation. Lulu needs time to
Someone's
think.
bound to recognize you when they see your moves out there, huh?
Very important. Somebody's bound to recognize him when they see his moves out there. Who could possibly recognize his moves? Who would know? You know? Again, foreshadowing. Blitzball. One of my favorite moments in the game. I remember when I was younger, I would do this over and over and over again when I finally got it. I was a giant Jecht fan, and then I started to love playing Blitzball in this game. He's like, yeah, man, great scene.
Well, well, trying to follow in my footsteps, are you? I usually charge for lessons, you know. That shot is done like this.
That's such a dick. I usually charge for lessons, you know. Excellent.
You can't do it, kid. But don't worry, my boy. You're not the only one. No one else can do it. I'm the best.
Frickin' excellent. And then you see his back. You don't actually see his face. He has his back to you. Right? It's so great. He's like, you can't do it, kid. He's talking down to Tidus when he's young, right? You can't do it, kid. But then he says, don't worry, my boy. You're not the only one. No one else can do it. Because he's the best. Right? So you see a bit of narcissism in him, but he's like, that scene is just perfect. Right, so it said that memories from Tidus's past haunt and interfere with his concentration. So we're trying to get past that right now. Says, so there's all these prompts that are going to pop up on the screen. For example, when a memory appears in the upper left, press blah, 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 press blah, 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 press blah, blah, blah. When it's there, press X when it's in the middle. Let's try practicing a little. Press buttons following the on-screen instructions. Right. Did you get the hang of it? Now for the real thing. You see, and the problem with Casta is, Casta was about to do this. She didn't get the jet shot, right? And she just sat there and watched as it happened because she didn't see actual buttons to press. What's going to show up on screen are things that Jex said. So they make you watch that scene, and it's Jex's voice, and some of the things he says are going to be repeated.
You're out of your league. You can't do. You're out of your league.
Right, so you're supposed to press.
Kid. No one else can do it. That you can't do. No one else. I'm the best.
Right, and so he does the Jex shot, and that move is everything in Blitzball because without it, man, your chances go from being 50% to like 1.
The best? Yeah, right. Huh?
Whoa! What's that called?
Doesn't have a name. Anyone can do it if they try.
Show us one more time, yeah?
Says, "Whoa, what's that called?" And he says, "It doesn't have a name. Anyone can do it if they try." So now that he's performed the Jex shot, he's taken Jex's name off of it. It's no longer the Jex shot. Doesn't belong to him anymore. And he says that anybody can do it if they try. So he's taken ownership of the shot away from Jex. I'm going to tell Bata and Kipa all about that shot you just did. They'll be so mad when they find out what they missed. Is Data all right? It's right before the big game and all. Look at Data. What are you doing, bro?
I knew it. I knew you were something special.
Because he just performed his father's legendary shot, right? But here's the confirmation right here from Yuna.
That was the Jex shot, wasn't it?
Because they didn't know that shot was the Jex shot, but she knew it.
How do you know that?
Sir Jex showed it to me when I was a child.
Confirmation.
He called it the sublimely magnificent Jex shot Mark III.
Excellent. Nobody else can do that shot. Only his father.
Stupid name, huh? You know what? There is no Mark I or Mark II, you know? My old man said the name Mark III was just something to hook the crowd. He said they'd come back every night expecting to see Mark I and Mark II. And they really did come back. I used to get so mad. Is he alive, you think?
I don't know. But Sir Jex was my father's guardian.
So he's famous here, too?
Yes. So, if anything happened to him, I should think word would get around fast.
Uh-huh.
What would you do if you found him?
Who knows? I thought he died 10 years ago. Well... I'd probably just smack him one. After everything he put Mom and me through. And because he was famous, I was always... Well, you should know, Yuna.
Hmm?
Your father's famous too. Everyone in Spira knows him, right?
Hmm.
Ain't it tough?
It is hard to follow in his footsteps as a summoner.
Sure.
But the honor of having a father like him surpasses all that, I think.
Well, there wasn't much to honor about my old man. that's for sure.
You shouldn't say that about your father.
I got the right.
I guess you do.
Ow!
Show me that move again.
Yo!
I didn't think my old man would come to Luca. He never did like watching other people play. But I couldn't help feeling something bad was gonna happen. And these feelings of mine are usually right. Sure, I had told Wakka I'd help him win the tournament, but I wasn't sure I had it in me to play at all anymore.
Right. So, that's actually where I'm going to end this episode, this part. Again, lots happened. We sailed from Besaid. We were attacked by Sin. We fended off the attack. We went to Kilika. We went to Kilika Temple. We got a new Aeon. We got a Frit. Now we've embarked on our way to Luca to experience the Blitzball tournament. But yeah, just there in that scene, we got confirmation that Yuna really did know Sir Jekt, right? Because she recognized the Jekt shot, which Tidus just performed. She could only have done that by meeting with Tidus's father, because he's the only one who could perform that shot. So that was the confirmation there. But then you also see the kind of juxtaposition between Yuna and Tidus on between their perspectives and their relationships with their fathers, right? Tidus is the son of a star athlete, and he's trying to live up to the pressure of walking in his father's footsteps of being a star athlete, and it's very difficult, and his father was pressuring him to follow in his footsteps. Whereas with Braska, I mean, it doesn't really show it right now, but you'll see later in the game, Braska didn't put anything on Yuna. He never tried to force her to follow in his footsteps as a summoner. He kind of wanted her to go about life and do her own thing, but she chose willingly to follow in the footsteps of the high summoner, Lord Braska. And he has a great reputation, and she's willingly taken it on, whereas Tidus was kind of pressured into it from a young age. Anyways, that's the end of part 2. Thanks for joining me. I will see you in the next episode with the save.